Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had The Unforgiven. Continuing on with after the dinner with the Todoroki family, Natsu was captured by a villain called Ending, who wanted Endeavor to kill him. And unfortunately, well, for him, I guess, Endeavor was hesitating because he was afraid of basically saving Natsu. However, Shoto, Bakugo, and Deku did burst onto the scene and helped out, and they did take down Ending and save Natsu. And then Endeavor basically told his plan for how he can help his family, basically. He's going to build a new house for Fuyumi and Shoto, Natsu, and their mother Rei, and he is going to remain at the old house, and he is going to stay away from them. So, yeah. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure, so let's go ahead and get right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. Holy shit! Oh, it's going down. So, okay, now that is the first appearance in the show of the Doctor. I don't think we've seen him in the show yet. However, again, I will keep any talk of Heroes Rising to a minimum in case you haven't seen it. Spoilers, you do kind of see the Doctor, but that's not a big deal. There's nothing really there, you just sort of see him. Now, because they have now shown him here, and we heard his voice, and we looked at him and everything, I'm going to repeat the theory that I had in Heroes Rising. Is that the Doctor that told Midoriya he wouldn't have a quirk? Because if so, fuck that guy. Holy shit. Christ, this episode, man. I've had this sense for a little while that we were about to get into some heavy shit in My Hero Academia. But oh my god, that was some heavy shit right there. I wonder if this is in the Vigilantes manga. The whole thing with Present Mike and his work study and Shirakumo. I don't know. Maybe. Because I know that there is stuff with young Aizawa. I think it's young Aizawa, young Mike, and young Midnight at UA. So they were in Class 2A. I presume Class 2A just means year 2. Which means, at a point, Class 1A that we've been following for for over 100 episodes is going to become Class 2A. Oh man, that was a crazy friggin' episode, man. Holy crap. Let's go ahead and jump into the notes. The first thing I wrote down is the third term. So yes, we are on to the third term of the first year. It's hilarious though when Midoriya is like, man, our first year seems to have flown by. No, it hasn't. You just started your third term, the last third of the first year, on episode 107. No, Midoriya, it has not flown by. Oh, God. So many things have happened in this first year. It's crazy. And I can only assume the show is going to keep going until they all graduate. If that's the case, we're looking at 400 or 500 episodes on this. I don't know. Are we planning on going that far, or... I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So yes, the third term. I love how Ida, working with Manuel, he he's learned to lighten up a little bit. And man, those pelvis thrusts, man, for any girl is going to be lucky to have Ida. Jesus Christ. I mean, first, because he's Ida. Second, damn, Manuel taught him the pelvic thrusts. Don't take that out of context. I don't know if that's any better in context, but... Alright, but big thing this episode. Kurogiri. Holy shit, Kurogiri is a Nomu. That's crazy. At first I thought we were going to the original Nomu from the USJ, but no. Kurogiri basically is a Nomu. It's just, I guess he's a more functioning Nomu than anyone else, than the others. Because I guess where all the other Nomus have just 1,000 quirks, Kurogiri, all of his quirks combined into one new quirk, which is his warp gate. Which is friggin' crazy. And yeah, not only that, they believe that his quirk, his whole enhancement, is based on the quirk of Noboru Shirakumo. Aizawa and Mike's dead friend. Oh, and that moment where All for One says, "Why do you think we attack UA? Because there's so many quirks we can take." Like a dog eating under a table at a 5-star restaurant. And it's interesting, he singles out UA so much too. Because there are other schools. You'd think he would also be going to Shiketsu. Which I suppose they did sort of. The one time we know of that they ever targeted Shiketsu was when they had Toga copy Kami in order to get some of Izuku's blood. But that's about it. But yeah, that's why he specifically goes after UA. Well, that, and I mean, probably the other reason he goes after UA, this guy, and probably Endeavor too. They're both, because they're such prominent heroes. We don't know where Hawks went to school, or anyone else. All we know is that All Might and Endeavor did go to UA. I mean, that just seems like perfect for All for One. It's like there's so many great quirks at UA, plus I can hurt the thing that All Might loves so much, Like, yeah, of course he would. Of course he would go after UA to hurt All Might. And that's the thing too, these Nomu, from what I can tell, these Nomu seem to be like new. Like it seems like the first Nomu was the one that attacked the USJ. They've never seen one like him before. Although they did, I guess Kurogiri might be the first Nomu. And that goes as far back as when Aizawa was at UA. So, Kurogiri is his own type of Nomu, based upon the quirk and body, the corpse, basically, of Oboro Shirakumo. A young man who voices him? I would imagine that he's voiced by the guy that voices Kurogiri, but I don't know. So I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay. So Shirakumo is voiced by Steven Sanders. Oh, shit. This guy, according to the anime voice actor, anime voiceover wiki, he was actually born... It says here he was born in Edmond, Oklahoma. Well, holy shit, I was born in... Well, no, I was born in Oklahoma City. It's close enough. We were both born in Oklahoma. Well, look at that. Well, good for him. Good for him, he made it to My Hero Academia. You know what? I'm immediately proud of him. Okay, but... he is... It's not the same voice actor as Kurogiri, which is interesting. But, I mean, Kurogiri seems to be separate, like a separate personality, basically, from Shirakumo. So, yeah. That's, so back in the day, he was... Oh, God, excuse me, Jesus Christ. Okay. Back in the day, he was the happy-go-lucky one among the three of them. And they were a trio. And when one of us fails, the other two will have his back. Christ, just immediately, I could freaking cry about this. Like, this is horrible, you know? I want to go back to where they talked about Aizawa being able to expel people.
It wasn't so bad. I mean, it sucked, but we all grew because of that experience.
No. There are plenty of ways to help us grow without expelling us. Expulsion.
Interesting. So we've always thought that Aizawa just flat expels people. But it's not that he does that. It is a way to teach them, to help them grow.
Do you know why I did it? I didn't want them to make the same fatal mistake you did. I didn't want them to become heroes who devalue their own lives in the name of empty justice. At the same time, I wanted them to be like you. I wanted to shape them into heroes who motivate and inspire. And I want all the greatest heroes to live long, happy lives.
So, he doesn't... I mean, he wants his students to understand what's at stake. Understand life and death, basically. But he wants them to inspire, to be great and inspire like Shirakumo. But to be able to overcome their faults, not die, basically. I guess? Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So that's the thing, is that he never actually expelled anyone. He only temporarily expelled them, basically to scare them. It basically is like, okay, you're not good enough, I'm going to expel you. Now that you've shit your pants, clean it up, get up, and do better, so I don't have to do that again. I mean, Aizawa's always been our tough love teacher, but that is the toughest love. Holy crap. And I don't think that diminishes... I don't think that diminishes what he does. Or I don't think that diminishes what we've known about him for 107 episodes. Because it's to make them better, And it's like Aizawa said to Shinso, he doesn't put stake in a lost cause, So everyone has the potential. He just has to push some of them differently. Class 1A, he didn't have to push them like that. He didn't have to expel them, But for some people, he has to lay down the law. That shows you how exceptional Class 1A is, that no one was expelled in that class, Whereas Class 2A, there were a number of people that that happened to them. They were expelled and re-enrolled. That's fucking crazy. And honestly, that's a good idea. It's a shit your pants scary idea for the kid, yeah. But it clearly works. So I actually like that. That it's not that he's saying, no, these kids have no potential. You fuck these kids, get them out of here. It's that, no, he does want them to be good. He wants them to be the greatest heroes. And I guess Shota Aizawa, it's the sort of do whatever it takes philosophy. Do whatever it takes to make them the best, to help them. Do whatever it takes. And whatever it takes to him is expelling them, scaring the shit out of them, and then bringing them back and being like, okay, now you're going to work hard, because that's motivation. You are now going to be motivated to work even harder so that doesn't happen again. This, like, reverse psychology almost. It's crazy. And that is all based on his lost friend, Shirakumo. Damn. And they started to get through to him. They started to get through. And they saw him. They saw him in there, which is crazy. They saw him in there, which is crazy. And he mentioned the hospital. The hospital where the doctor works. He mentioned the hospital, the doctor, this doctor who's been creating Nomu. I mean, this doctor who also, we've heard him before, where they say, oh, you need to finish healing my body, doctor. You know, he's had to work on All for One as well. But his masterpiece, his greatest creation, is Tomura Shigaraki. That is his masterpiece. And now, I don't, we're gonna have to see what the hell he's doing to Shigaraki. Oh, but whatever it is, it's fucking crazy. He's getting zapped the fuck. Like, it's crazy. He's got like a tube coming out of his stomach. He is doing something to Tomura Shigaraki, and whatever it is going to be terrifying. What a hell of an episode. What a hell of an episode. Yeah, that was crazy. What's going to be happening next time? You know, at the beginning of this season, I was like, okay, joint training, that's kind of fun. You know, it's a nice little happy thing. And it's like, we'll probably get something big soon. And it's like, man, this season has really taken a turn, hasn't it? Because, I mean, just with the Todoroki family drama, like, this shit is so depressing. Now we get this, and I feel like we've got some more shit incoming before we move on to season 6, and then season 6 probably going to be more shit. That's probably why the author had the UA Festival and the joint training arc back to back. Yes, they had the Endeavor versus Nomu in the middle there, but at the same time, like, two major arcs: the UA Festival, where we got Gentle Criminal, and the joint training arc, where, you know, everyone improves and we get Shinso and Black Whip and stuff like that. But I think that was all like, okay, we're really, like, this is kind of it, folks. This is it. Enjoy this time while you can, because I think shit's about to go down on My Hero Academia. And honestly, I think it's already begun. Oh, boy. We're in for some shit. We'll find out what that is next time. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen. If you want to go click around to any of those, there's a playlist for all of my Hero Academia reactions, as well as another video on screen you can go click on. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.